Hello, besties, and welcome to another reaction. This next song is by my main man, my good friend. We go back so many years. Some of you might know him. His name is Paul McCartney. This song is called Deep, Deep Feeling. Apparently, he wrote this song during the COVID period, and it's a bit on the experimental side. So don't expect the old Paul McCartney. I'm not expecting that as well. It's experimental, so looking forward to that. And this particular song was requested for by Scott Walker. So let's go check it out.
You know that deep, deep feeling when you love someone so much you feel your heart's gonna burst. The feeling goes from best to worst. You feel your heart is gonna burst. Here in my heart, I feel a deep devotion. It almost hurts. It's such a deep emotion. Hey. Every time it rains, it sometimes gets too much. You know I feel the pain when I feel your loving touch. Emotion burns in the ocean of love. You got that hot emotion, burns in the ocean of love. The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain. The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain. So intense the joy of giving. How does it feel? So immense the thrill of living. How does it feel? So intense the joy of giving. How does the deep, deep pain. So immense the thrill of living.
Well, they did say it was experimental and it wasn't like, the old Paul McCartney kind of style. But one thing that I can hear, as usual, the melodic side of Paul McCartney. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's incredible that a man who's been making music for like over 60 years or so, can still go into himself and create something not from the safe haven, that he knows. He's actually like created like something new and modern and that can still hold up. It's amazing. And this is not a commercial song by any means, but it's a song that you listen to and it will actually like do something to your emotions. It does to mine anyway. And I like it. And I'm just like so surprised that he can be. I can call this like avant-garde. Can I? Yeah. It's very unusual. Maybe experimental is the right word for it. I'm just amazed. This man is in his 80s and he can still do stuff like this. It's really freakish, really, man. It is.
How does it feel? So intense the joy of giving. How does the deep, deep pain. So immense the thrill of living. How does it feel? Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Emotion. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Emotion. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Emotion. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away.
It's actually very, very groovy. And the guitars, they remind me of Pink Floyd. You know, I don't know if you guys feel that too. The guitars, they remind me of Pink Floyd, definitely. And it's gotten groovier as the song, you know, as it goes on, you know. Another thing is the voice, it didn't sound too much like typical McCartney. Maybe that was on purpose, I don't know. But it's not too typical McCartney. There were some parts there that if I heard it on the radio, I wouldn't know it was him. But yeah, those drums, I wonder if he played the drums. I wonder if he played the drums. I wonder if he's the one playing that guitar that sounds like Pink Floyd. And I wonder as well if he produced this. You know, those are three questions that are really, really big on my mind. Let's hear some more.
The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain of feeling. The deep, deep pain. You know that deep, deep feeling. The deep, deep pain. When you love someone so much, you feel your heart's gonna burst. The feeling goes from best to worst. You feel your heart is gonna burst. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. The deep, deep pain. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Sometimes I wish it would stay. The deep, deep pain.
Well, it's good to know that, you know, at 80 plus, Paul McCartney still feels, you know, that vibe, that tingle that being in love does to you. You could see that he's inspired by love here. I know he married again, and I don't think it's been up to 10 years since he's married. I don't know. So those juices are probably flowing, and it's inspired this one. I like it. You know, there are parts of it that I really liked. For example, that part where it changed, and I think they had some shakers come in. You know, I didn't see that part coming at all. I like that. I also like the parts where they harmonized, where he was harmonizing with himself, really, and he was doing like the falsetto with his voice. That was a nice part as well. And also that part where they had the guitars that sounded like Pink Floyd. I love that part too. So yeah, there's some parts that I like very, very much here. And I love those drums as well. I'm very, very curious to know who played those drums. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Not bad at all for an 80-year-old young man.
Sometimes I wish it would go away. Sometimes I wish it would stay. Sometimes I wish it would go away. Go away. Go away. Stay. 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 You know that deep, deep feeling when you love someone so much, you feel your heart's gonna burst. The feeling goes from best to worst. You feel your heart is gonna burst. Sometimes I wish it would stay. How does it feel? Sometimes I wish it would go away. How does it feel? Sometimes I wish it would stay. How does it feel? Sometimes I wish it would go away.
Okay, the last part, the last 2 minutes, I think, or was it up to 2 minutes? Maybe 1 minute or so, where the acoustic guitar came in. That part sounded like Paul McCartney, musically and vocally as well. That's more Paul McCartney. But the rest of the song, definitely experimental. You wouldn't expect, him to come up with that at all. But then again, if you go back as well, as far back as the 70s, Paul McCartney was always experimenting anyway. He was always doing that. So this is not a surprise. It's just a surprise that he can still do that now, at that age. And if this man lives to be 100, he'll still be making music. Honestly, I think Paul McCartney will be able not to lift his hand or speak for him to stop making music. Fantastic stuff from my favorite Beatle, and I hope you all loved it too. And if you liked it, as usual, please don't forget to give the video a big like for me. Many thanks to you for that. All those who found the channel for the first time today, thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a great time. I hope you come back again. It's Harry. Stay cool, stay safe, stay beautiful in your heart and soul. And I'll see you all next up. Take care. Bye-bye.